3, 2, 1. Now live.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Welcome back ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how you must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. It is Monday, December 7th, 2020. Obviously, this day lives in infamy. But let's focus on something a little happier. Happy birthday to Louis Prima and Harry Chapin. Huh? There you go.
Louis Prima.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
who
okay.
Louis Prima was?
Yeah, jokester, songwriter of the
Wow.
50s, 60s.
He's older than that. He's, I ain't just a gigolo. I ain't got nobody.
Oh, he wrote those songs too.
Yeah, he did. And he performed them. He most certainly did. And it's also traditionally the day you should probably throw away your Thanksgiving leftovers by now.
Why? Freeze them.
It's December 7th. By accident or on purpose, you are listening to That'll Learn Ya with me, Michael Buster McMahon. I am that guy, Michael Buster McMahon. Probably the worst Cher impersonator in entertainment history.
I believe that.
Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Coles. Say hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
In Japanese buffet circles, he is simply known as one who doesn't waste time with salad.
You stay too long, you go home.
Today on the show, great songs and cool stories about them. Plus, if we have time, we'll discuss how likely the Nazi bell-shaped weapon Die Glock actually existed. But we probably won't have time for that.
You can watch shows on that.
So join us, and remember, it's awful easy to criticize other people's mistakes. It's also a lot of fun.
Oh, stop.
Speaking of the turkey leftovers, I think even mold is tired of turkey at this point.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Stop and Shop. I can say Stop and Shop, right? I can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We're not for profit.
They have these big grind. Well, if they want to give me a grinder for this mention, then that's cool too. They have these really big grinders that you can. It's basically like an Italian loaf of bread that they just chop.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And they jam everything in it.
Yep.
And I sometimes I get that because the wife and I can eat it. We can actually eat it for a couple days. And so I'm there like 2 days after Thanksgiving, and I'm looking at them, and they had like turkey sandwich variety.
They have them all the time.
But I'm like, is anyone buying a turkey sandwich 2 days after Thanksgiving?
They're not just going to stop for you, you know.
No, I'm just saying that.
Yeah, there's people that just want to eat healthy and eat turkey all the time.
But, I mean, generally...
And it's part of their
Isn't
routine.
generally everyone's got their own turkey sandwiches at home? I mean, nobody eats the whole turkey, right? Usually people say that.
That's not true.
They will make turkey sandwiches for a couple days after Thanksgiving. That's what they say. I don't, because I don't particularly care for turkey.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, generally, I don't think you're selling a lot of turkey sandwiches 2 days after Thanksgiving, are you?
I people have their routines, man. People, you'd be surprised.
We have an intern, right? We should give these little projects to interns. Call Stop and Shop and find out how many turkey sandwiches they sell 2 days after Thanksgiving. See if you can
He looks thoroughly enthused by that prospect.
Interns should do something, right? Who's that today? Who's it?
Say hi.
Hi.
What's your name? Chase is in here.
Chase is in here. Okay.
Yeah, his partner's not here today.
Okay, that's right. Well, Hunter's on the secret assignment.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I think the last time that we had Chase and Hunter here, I actually didn't see their faces, so I wouldn't have recognized them. I couldn't have picked them out of a police lineup if they had.
He's wearing a different mask, I think.
Okay, so see that. I kind of. I got my coat on still. Hey, my car's here. I don't know if you saw her.
Yeah, you probably should park it across where I did.
Okay, well, you're in my spot, so.
You can park it next to.
Okay, well,
next
isn't
to
that
me.
where the buses usually come? I mean,
No, they're to the left of me.
Okay, all right. So
If you're facing the car, they're to the right. If you're in the car, you're to the
don't
left.
you usually park here where I park? So
I do, but I need to exercise a little bit, so I decided
okay,
to
so
walk
you park in
across
my
the
spot.
parking lot.
So now it's wrong for me to park in your old spot, is what you're saying.
Well, we're not. We're really not. Yeah.
But you've been doing it forever.
Technically,
So do as I say, not
technically
do as
the
I do.
hosts are supposed to park outside of the fence.
Okay, well that's not going to happen.
So I'm cutting you a break by letting you park inside the fence.
I mean, the host is supposed to park outside the fence.
Them's the rules.
I get preferential treatment, don't I? I mean, isn't
No.
that the whole reason to become a big TV star on three different TV stations? Westfield, Agawam, and Southwick?
Sure, whatever you think.
The car's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun. She's got the heated seats. I never thought I needed.
Yeah, my
heated
car has
seats.
heated seats too, but I don't use them.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
I'm plenty warm enough. How's that?
And I could maybe bake on the passenger seat. I could maybe heat a baked potato. By the time I get to work, it might be done.
Or heat up your soup.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, unfortunately, we lost we lost a pioneer. Okay, I'm going to call Lenny
comedy
and
pioneer?
Squiggy a pioneer because you know what? I don't think they properly were appreciated how talented they actually were. They created these characters, and not only that, on Laverne and Shirley, they also released some albums in character as Laverne and Shirley. And you know what? Some of the songs were pretty good. I think they could have, if they were released in the 50s, they could have actually been hits had they been getting the proper notice. So we're going to play a Lenny and the Squigtones song to start off the show. And it's because we lost David Lander, Squiggy, this past weekend.
Yeah.
So I guess he had been sick for a while.
Yeah, he had a MS for years and years.
Yeah. And he tried to become for a little while, a baseball scout for the Oakland A's, I believe, which was kind of cool. And Jim Rome was making fun of the A's. You can't hire Squiggy to do this. And David Lander came out and goes, if you don't know the difference between David Lander and Squiggy, you don't understand life, for crying out loud.
Well, that's Jim Rome.
Right. Is he still on?
Yeah.
Is he?
He's on CBS Sports Network now, Sports
Okay.
Radio. You know, the one that used to care that replaced you over at the Hall for a while.
Yeah. Well,
And
they're
then they went
country now.
Spanish country or
No,
something?
no, Spanish country. They're
Just country?
just country, just Spanish country. You're going after. You're right though. The Spanish country niche, I don't think has been properly focused on. Somebody could really clean up because you take that Spanish country niche. I mean, you would dominate because who else
Hot
is doing
chicks who
it?
left you with their dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, so here's a cool song called "Night After Night" by Lenny and the Squigtones, 89.5 WSKB.
Ladies and gentlemen, want you to sit down, relax, and dance to the rhythmic music of Lenny and the Squigtones. I'm Lenny. And I'm the Squigtones. And that's Max. This song is called Night After Night, and it's about 2 nights in a row. Night after night, I held you in my arms.
Darling,
Night after night, sampled all your charms.
night after night, wow.
Lately, I can tell
Wow.
you're marching to a wedding bell.
Yeah.
I only wanna do what's right.
But who wants to look at the same broad night after night. Night after night.
Night after night. Night after night. I'll treat you like a queen.
Darling.
Night after night. 'Cause you were 17.
Night after night, wow.
And your birthday rolled around.
Wow.
So you let me go to town. Now I've lost my appetite.
Even true love can be boring night after night. Night after night. We have nothing in common, girl, you know that's a fact.
I'll think of you and smile.
Darling.
Night after night. But only for a while.
Night after night, wow.
Then I'll find me someone new.
Wow.
Who won't be someone dumb like me.
Yeah.
Someone who won't know how to fight.
And won't make me sleep on the sofa night after night. Night after night. Night after night.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Those times I waited for you seem so long ago. I wanted you far too much to ever let you go.
The song did not get much radio airplay when first released, but it became popular because MTV kept showing the video. MTV at the time was looking for some more American rock acts, especially females, and
New and different stuff.
Let's face it, Patti Smythe wasn't bad looking. So,
right, she was. Yeah, that's
so
correct.
they got they played that video a lot. So that kind of really got the band noticed. And of course, their second album is the one that really took off for them, Warrior.
Yep.
And I remember the first time I heard this song, I'm like, what a strong voice. Who is that? I was trying to place it. I'm like, nope, it's not Ann Wilson. Like I was going down the list of females I knew could belt one, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. And then we found she was.
We found out
someone brand new.
There you go.
And one of my probably my big high school crush.
Mine was Amy Grant.
Amy Grant.
Unbelievable voice she's got too.
Yeah. Amy Grant probably made a little more money than my crush, so you probably
she's still making money.
You probably
she's
did
got
okay.
another album out, I think, another Christmas album.
Speaking of Christmas albums, it's December, so I don't mind playing a Christmas song, and this one I like. It's an original one. Like a lot of times, but you look confused.
By the way, just as an aside, do you remember Ernie Hadley?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think Ernie had a big crush on Amy Grant too. He introduced me.
You are right.
He introduced me to Amy Grant's music. Actually,
you're right, because I remember Ernie was telling me in high school that he kind of wanted to be a musician, and he was going to sign with the same label that signed Amy Grant, which I think was Myrrh.
Yeah, it was a Christian
yeah,
rock stuff because he was big into that.
Yeah.
Big into that when we were in high school, and then I remember him introducing me to her voice and her music, and I was like, "Wow!" I was blown away.
Caught up with him about a year ago.
Did you? He's living back in town. He was living.
Yeah, he's got
working for the Archdiocese of some Midwestern big town in the big city in the Midwest.
He's got like 24 kids or something. He's
yeah.
He's got like his own clan.
Yeah.
When he's a family reunion, like he needs a bus.
Yeah.
Like if he's gonna go take the.
But I remember when I first reconnected with him on Facebook, he was the music director for a big archdiocese out in the Midwest somewhere.
Yeah, good guy.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, definitely a good guy.
Look here, and then we're alienating the audience because
we're just reminiscing back to what music evokes in you.
This is another niche audience we're gonna go after: people who know Ernie Hadley.
Well, but music. What I'm saying was music evokes things and brings you back to places.
It's not a big audience, but we have no competition. Okay,
That's true.
Other radio station is talking about Ernie Hadley, so
yeah,
we can focus. We can get the entire.
Hey, you should book him as your guest star at 9:00. You can talk music.
Well, I need a little more advance notice than that.
Well, I'm just saying for a show in the future at 9:00.
I had a pretty big name that was going to possibly appear today, but he said he'll get back to me. Because,
never got back to you?
Well, he was shooting. He does a lot of TV where like he doesn't usually get lines, but if you like a lot of times he'll announce on Facebook, "Hey, I'm going to be on Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I'm going to be on Bull."
As an extra?
Yeah, like you can see him quite clearly. And sometimes, there he is. There he is.
Gotcha.
He's
a professional extra.
He's a big radio DJ down in New Jersey too.
Yeah. Okay.
And so yeah, and he writes books. But anyway. We're
working on it.
Yeah, we'll get him on a future.
In progress,
when he's not filming something.
I do think we should bring Ernie because Ernie's a fascinating character.
Now
that I've completely thrown you off track.
Well, now that it's December, I think it's okay to play a few Christmas songs, and I kind of like people who go out on a limb and do an original Christmas song. And that's Leona Lewis, and she thought it was kind of funny. She was kind of naive when it came to making Christmas music. She realized that, oh wait, I actually have to record this like during the summer.
Yeah.
Who feels like Christmas in the summer?
Right.
And she's in England, and this particular England's known for their rain, but she's like, this particular summer, it was a very bright summer, and it was hot, and I'm going to the studio, and she's like, how am I even going to feel a Christmas song? And then she's like, I just started listening to some of these old Motown records, and that kind of got me in the spirit of the style I wanted, and then the rest
bring the studio down to 30 degrees and make her wear a parka. That'll get you in the Christmas spirit.
The rest she just kind of faked, and it's a cute little Christmas song. I like it. It's called One More Sleep, 89.5 WSKB.
Snow was falling all around us. My baby's coming I can't believe I ever let you go. Until you come home, I can breathe. If I could make it'll be one more, it'll be one more, it'll be one more. Yeah, yeah. One more
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
I like the way the line runs up the back of the stockings. I've always liked those kind of high heels too, you know. No, don't take them off. Leave them on. Yeah, that's it. A little more to the right. A little more. Everybody wants some. I want some too. Whoa. Everybody wants some. Baby, how about you? Yeah. Everybody wants some. Everybody needs some. Everybody wants some. Everybody needs some. Look, I'll pay you for it. What the fuck?
Yeah. Van Halen. Chase, ever heard that song?
No. Shaking his head, no.
Has he ever seen the movie Better Off Dead?
You seen the movie Better Off Dead? No.
No. All right, we should see that movie. The song is featured prominently in that film, of course, with the animated hamburger.
Gotcha.
You remember that?
No.
You don't remember that? It's alive.
I don't think I've seen that movie either.
Okay. Well, look up the clip. It's John Cusack. He's got an active imagination, and he cooks like this giant hamburger, and he imagines it coming alive, and he ends up singing the song.
Gotcha.
Because the slogan of the hamburger place is "Everybody wants some," so that's kind of
Okay.
that's anyway. So, what is a moopy? If you listen to the lyrics, they were speculating what the heck David Lee Roth is talking about. I've seen a lot of people just looking for a moopy. The line is supposed to be moonbeam. Everybody looking for a moonbeam.
I was going to say, is that some Pokemon we don't know about?
Forgot the lyrics. And when he was recording, he was just like, moopy. And the engineers liked the attitude and the vocal performance so much, they said, who cares? He missed the line. Who's going to care that he said moopy instead of moonbeam? So for years, people were speculating, like, what is a moopy?
Did they publish the right lyric?
I don't know. I don't recall if that album actually had lyrics or not. I don't think.
Come on, man.
I don't think it did.
David Lee.
But so you can speculate anything you want, but the simple truth is that it was just an ad lib because he couldn't remember the lyric. Although I don't know how you forget moonbeam unless you're how do you go at the time.
He probably needed a prompter.
Probably. It was my wife's birthday this weekend.
I did see that.
Yes. So it's funny because
I think I wished her happy birthday. I can't remember. It was a busy weekend for me.
And she does this too. Like so many people on Facebook will just say, put this lump thing. Hey, thank you to everybody who wished me a happy birthday. But
Yep.
I like to go to each individual one and say, thank you.
Well, that's because of your personality.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I'm a nice guy.
Sure.
You got evidence either way. I mean, if you want to,
Sure.
it would be.
If that makes you go to sleep at night,
it
sure.
would be an interesting court case because there's plenty of people who could come up with evidence that I am a nice guy, and I think there's plenty of people you could equally probably argue the other side too. So I think it would be.
I'm not saying nice. I think it's more about you get an ego boost when everybody wishes you happy birthday.
I don't know if it's anything but ego. I just think it's a polite thing to do. You took the time to say happy birthday. I'm going to take the time to say thank you. So anyway, so the wife does it too, and I think she has more friends than I do.
Yes.
So here's the problem that happened. Okay, so she's on her Facebook page thanking everybody who said happy birthday. Now on my page, I put a couple pictures of her and said, "Hey, it's my wife's birthday," And
Yep.
So a lot of people, a lot of my
Responded
friends
to that post.
were people that were like friends with me, but not her. Now they're responding, "Hey, happy birthday, Karen! Happy birthday, Karen!" And now she has to not only thank all her friends, so now she's got to go to mine and thank everybody who wished her happy birthday there. So I created more work for her. But she got a lot more birthday wishes than I did, I think. So I guess it pans out. It's my mother's birthday in 2 days. A lot of birthdays now for me in my life.
Yeah.
It's sort of like...
My birthday, I'm getting away from my birthday. I'm going to be out for a couple days.
When I was younger, because a lot of my brothers and sisters' birthdays are in November.
Yes.
And then of course my wife's birthday is early December. My mother's early December. Then there's Christmas. You ever like play Monopoly and somebody's got like all the orange and the red properties, and you dread because you're like, there's no way I'm not going by this part.
Yeah, right.
Without getting belted, and was basically what November, December felt like growing up. Because like you're gonna have to pay because you're gonna get wiped out here between all these birthdays and stuff. And eventually, a lot of the siblings just said, you know what, we're buying stuff that nobody needs with money we don't have.
You do it with presents at a certain point.
Yeah, and basically like a lot of it, like around Christmas too. What we do is the kids get it.
For my 50th, I always wanted to go to Vegas, but a lot of Vegas is closed still. So I think I just want to go somewhere warm or warmer than here. And I'm going away to Florida for a couple days.
When's your birthday?
End of January.
Okay.
So like the coldest part of the winter. I'm trying to get away for a week, but my girlfriend can't get a week off. So
people say, "Oh, you should know Peter's birthday." I'm not dating Peter, so I don't have to know.
Yeah, the end of January.
Yeah, you're a good buddy of mine. I couldn't do the show without you, but I shouldn't.
The following week, though, I might also
birthday.
not be here, so you might have to be prepared for that. I'm giving you plenty of notice.
All right.
Because there's a scheduled rocket launch in Virginia that week, and I'm probably going down to cover it.
Huh. That'll
be my working vacation.
Well, speaking of girls named Karen, which is my wife's name,
yes.
James Taylor mentions a Karen in this song, and there was a lot of speculation on who Karen was, and for the longest time he didn't really say anything about who it was. But when he was recording this album, it was in London, and he met a girl for an afternoon that really haunted him. That like she was really, really nice and everything, and I wonder where she is. And so like 35 years later, he actually, just out of curiosity, he hired one of those police sketch artists, like the age people.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so like he described her, and the artist recreated her,
yeah.
and then like age her 35 years. And so he's like, all right, I'll get back to you. So as a joke, he sent like this totally hideous creature to him. And he was like, oh my God. And then he called the guy. He's like, no, I was joking. Your real sketch is almost done. You'll get it in like a couple days. And when he saw it, he's like, yeah, I could have lived with that if I had to.
Did he release it and find out if he ever reconnected with her?
I think he tried and he could never really find her. So, it's funny because like I always picture like, let's say, I think a lot of times people will write songs about like an ex or a girl or something that they from their past that it was on their mind.
Sure, yeah.
But it's gotta be tough if that person becomes famous. Say like I wish Gina Davis was my ex-girlfriend, but like if I wasn't over Gina Davis, I would say, all right, you know what, I just have to avoid Gina Davis movies. But like, what if
really?
Well, I mean, if you were still pining away for her, because
you could still pine. I mean,
you'd be sitting there and you'd be watching the movie going,
right.
But
they're the perfect fan.
But I'm just saying, there are people out there like Lily from the AT&T commercials,
yes,
and Flo,
Vilia Von Traub.
Oh, look at you, you know her name.
I researched her. I think she's cute as a button.
She is. She sure is. So I'm saying there is an ex-boyfriend of Lily or Flo from Progressive that
I met her.
You met Flo?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's part of a comedy troupe that was at a convention that I was at for radio people.
But it's got to be hard if you're one of her exes and you kind of want to forget her, and
she's everywhere.
Well, yeah, you can't. It's tough to avoid the commercial. Like suddenly the commercial pops up. It's like, crap, there's Lily, or whatever her real name is. What's her name?
I think it's Melania Weintraub or something like that. Weintraub. I looked her up once.
The heck with Ernie Hadley. Let's get her.
She's on a She did an independent thing on it's not Spark. It's Dust. There's a YouTube channel called Dust, and it's about this crew that gets marooned in another dimension.
And she's acting in it.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, she should get some.
Pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so here is that James Taylor song, "Caroline in My Mind," 89.5 WSKB.
In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? And Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Guess I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Karen, she's a silver sun. You best walk her away and watch it shining. Watch her watch the morning come. A silver tear appearing now. I'm crying, ain't I? Gone to Carolina in my mind. There ain't no doubt in no one's mind that love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind. And hey, babe, the sky's on fire. I'm dying, ain't I? I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Dark and silent late last night, I think I might have heard the highway calling. Geese in flight and dogs that bite. The signs that might be omens say I'm going, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. With a holy host of others standing around me, still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it seems like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me if I'm up and gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Gone to Carolina in my mind. And I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Gone to Carolina in my mind. Gone, I'm gone. Say nice things about me.
Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Yo no soy marinero,
Georgie Valens, a lot of people looking back think that was his most famous song. That's probably because of the movie. But let's face it, the song wasn't a big hit. It was tough to sing along to. I mean, you didn't know the words. La Bamba, you know that, and Soy Capitan. That's about the only words I remember from the song. Donna, the other side of the song, was his biggest hit. And then once Donna faded, Donna went to reach like number 2. And once that song faded, they did flip over the B-side and played that. And it peaked around number 22, right around the time of his death.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So, but yeah, people think that was his biggest hit. But nope, it was Donna.
The ballad. It's always the damn ballads.
Always the ballads. You need a token ballad once in a while. You need a rock too, but you need a ballad too. I like our mix. You gotta have a mix.
Yeah.
Now this song. Now, Debbie Harry in the 70s, she kind of was very confident. It's important to have confidence, but she was confident that her band was going to make it because she's like, you know what? Rock and roll is always looking to go in new directions.
Okay.
But where else can men go at this point? Men have tried everything. It's going to be the women that are going to be the next big thing. And she's like, you know, people like Pat Benatar and Joan Jett. She's like, Hart. She's like, us. We're going to make it because, you know, it's time for females because the men can't do anything different. And if you really want something, if rock and roll really wants something different, they're going to have to look this way. And it kind of worked. This next song was not a big hit in this country, though, because, you know, there's actual musicians doing it and stuff. There's no.
But because you're in love with Debbie Harry, we're going to play it.
No. Because it was a giant hit in 8 different countries. And, in fact, Blondie right now, this song went number 1 in England, and Blondie is the only act in music history that has a number 1 hit in the 70s, 80s, and 90s in Britain.
Okay.
How about that, huh? She says that this song is more difficult than you think if you're going to try it karaoke, which is why I think the wife and I are very smart. The wife and I will do this song. I will do the regular verses, and she does the chorus, the refrain.
Yeah.
So that way, you know, I can do the lower part, and she can do the higher. I think that's the way. If you are going to do, I think that's the way to tackle this song.
You need to say you have a big range for this song.
That's right. It's a great little song. I loved it, and shame on America for not. It went to number 82 here in this country, but a big giant hit in 8 different countries. Here's Maria from the album No Exit, 89.5 WSKB.
She moves like she don't care. Smooth as silk, cool as air. Ooh, it makes you wanna cry. She doesn't know your name, and your heart beats like a subway train. Ooh, it makes you wanna die. Ooh, don't you wanna take her? Wanna make her all your own. Maria, you've gotta see her. Go insane and out of your mind. Ave Maria, a million and one candlelight. I've seen this thing before in my best friend and the boy next door. Fool for love and fool on fire. One coming from the rain. She's oceans running down the drain. Blue as ice and desire. Don't you wanna make her? Don't you wanna take her home? Maria, you've gotta see her. Go insane and out of your mind. Ave Maria, don't you wanna break her? Ooh, don't you wanna take her home? She walks like she don't care, walking on imported air. Ooh, it makes you wanna die.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Never leaving your poor heart alone.
like to dedicate that to all the people who think Eddie Grant is a one-hit wonder. No. He did have a second hit. Now, here's the problem. Everybody loved Electric Avenue, including the producer. Now, I don't know if it was the producers of this upcoming movie, Romance in the Stone, or the director, Danny DeVito, that contacted Eddie Grant and said, we want you to do a song for this upcoming movie.
Okay.
He's like, all right, what's the movie called? Romance in the Stone. And they sent him some video clips and everything. And he's like, Romance in the Stone? How am I going to write a song called Romance in the Stone? And it apparently took a lot of effort into coming up with a song that would fit it. So once he finally did, he went to me. He's like, all right, I got the song. Here you go. Now, again, I don't know if this was the producers or if it was the director, Danny DeVito, but they said, well, you took so long to do it, we went off without you. It can't be in the movie. Like, what do you mean? I got it. It's here. I've already put your clips in my video. I'm releasing the video to promote the movie. And they said, well, sorry. So the video was released before the movie was, and it had clips of the movie, promoting the movie. So Eddie Grant got revenge on them. He reshot the video and took out all the scenes promoting the movie. So I don't know if, again, I don't know if this was the producers or Danny DeVito, but apparently this didn't come together as nicely as everybody thought. I think it's a cool song, though. It just took him a little too long to write it.
Yep.
So, yeah, Eddie Grant, not a one-hit wonder. What are you busy?
A little bit, but I can still talk.
Okay,
I can
good.
multitask.
All right. No, I know, but sometimes you seem distracted. That's all.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out things.
All right. So now this song,
the real job never quite stops. Even when I'm on the air, people call me, email me. I have to check it every so often to make sure I don't get too far.
You know what's
behind.
great was funny was when we had the talk show in Springfield. Not you
Yeah,
and I.
yeah.
But when I was
You
part
had-
of a team, we had a sports talk show in Springfield for 7 years.
Yeah.
One of the co-hosts, Tony, his friends would call him. And the show was on 5 to 7. They'd call him at like 6 o'clock just to say,
Hey, you want to go have a beer?
what's up? Yeah, and like, you know, how good of a friend are you that you don't realize that he's on the air from 5 to 7?
Yeah.
During the show, he's talking the show, and his phone, he'd have it on silent, but it would be going off, and like he's busy.
Yeah, happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I get it. Like, you know, your job is calling you and everything, but like, I always thought that was funny. So,
well, Tony is a sales guy too, right? So
now he is. He wasn't at the time.
Oh, I thought he was doing both roles at the same time.
No, he
Towards the
transitioned
end?
in it towards the end. Yeah,
Gotcha.
And then that's what he remained behind when the rest of us parted ways.
I got you.
And then Kyle actually was doing a little bit of weekend work on the FM.
MAS, yeah.
But here's the thing: he kind of was showing people how the sausage was made. Like on Facebook, if your Facebook friends, he would show the clips of him just doing all of his
Tracking all his
voice
show.
tracks.
Yeah.
You could watch Kyle for 20 minutes do his voice tracks, and he thought it'd be funny to put that on Facebook. But it's like, no, you're showing people how the sausage is made here.
Well, but that's the reality of it all over the country. So
yeah, but
That's the
still,
big deal.
you know, you're still supposed to have the illusion.
The illusion,
that
the kayfabe,
people-
as they
I
call it
am
in wrestling.
live. I am not voice tracking this. I'm actually here. Unless you're hearing a repeat show, I'm actually here. So if you know,
yeah. I told JPEG Luca he could probably track his show on Fridays because he plays a lot of Golden Age of Radio.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you can just send me the clips to go
yeah,
in
but
between.
you know that's not as much fun.
Well,
I mean, we're becoming
it is
a
if you want to
lazy-
sleep it in.
We're becoming a lazier society. As it
That's
is.
true.
And blinder too. No one can drive out there high beams on, either in front of you or behind you.
No, you know why? A lot of cars have automatic high beams, and people know how to shut them off.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, my old car had only one headlight, and I was fine on the highway with one. I'm like, if I can drive on this highway with one headlight, you don't need high beams on both of your lights. I'm fine. I know you can see the road. It's a straight road. Boom, 3-lane. Boom, boom. It's even lit up in some parts. You can see. Anyway.
So you should tell that story, and then you should play the Wallflowers.
Yeah. Remind me to tell that story in the future. We'll play that song. We have played that song before.
Have we?
Yes, we have.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
recall the story behind
We
it.
played thousands of songs now
Yes,
over
we have.
7 years.
Yes,
so.
we've done pretty well for ourselves.
Yes.
Even though I can't get my own parking spot, apparently.
Well, we're at a school. I mean, we're kind of, this is their turf, so we're be respectful.
There should be a host parking spot. I'm just saying.
Well, there should be a
we're
lot
not
of
all
things,
gonna
but
be.
there's not enough space.
We're not all gonna be here at the same time.
I
Anyway,
get it.
So this is the fourth time I'm going to try to tell this story here. So Johnny Lee Hooker realized that when he recorded this song, he was never, ever, ever going to be able to recreate how great it came out. He wasn't being cocky. He was just realized that, hey, this came out really, really great. I'm never going to recreate it. Therefore, I'm never even going to try. So which means if you went to see Johnny Lee Hooker in concert,
you would never see this song.
You would walk away very disappointed that you didn't hear the song. Now, I can't imagine going to a Johnny Lee Hooker concert and saying, you're sitting there, he's saving it for the end. He's saving it for the end. Okay, maybe he's going to do it on the encore. Show's over. What the hell, man? Like, as I said before, you go to an Elton John concert, there's going to be some songs that you're not going to hear that you wanted to hear because, he had dozens and dozens of hits. You can't hear them all. But, I mean, Johnny Lee Hooker did have lots of songs, but still, this was his most famous song. So he didn't do it until the last 2 times that before his death. He finally decided that, people wanted to hear it and that his life was probably, drawing to a close and he should give people what he wanted. So he didn't do it until the last 2 live performances of his life. The song was put in a jeans ad, and it kind of got a rebirth and actually went to number 16 in 1992.
Didn't ZZ Top cover this song?
A lot of people have covered this song.
Yeah.
Especially if you're into the blues.
Or like part of this song. I think they covered part of this song.
Anybody who has any respect for the blues. In fact, that Blondie album had a tribute to Johnny Lee Hooker on it. Listen to that song, Maria. I was reminded. It was funny. When the song first came out, I remember thinking to myself, this sounds like Blondie. But, geez, I know every Blondie song, don't I? I'm like, don't tell me they have something new, which was shocking because they hadn't been together for a while. And it was something brand new. I immediately went out, I bought the CD, and on my trip to, like, Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun, I was playing it in my car. And it was funny, like, the songs, I had connected the songs, and I actually came up with a libretto. I mean, obviously, the trouble was going to be is I didn't have the rights to the Blondie songs.
Right, yeah, sure.
The hope was that this was going to be so good. So I told people the outline of Act 1 of what was going to happen. It was going to star a female vampire. And people were so enthralled with it. They're like, this is really, really good. You've got a real hit here. I said, well, I've got to somehow talk to the Blondie people. Then Twilight and all the crazy, stupid clones came out of Twilight.
Yeah.
And it really ruined the vampire genre. And I shelved the whole project. But hearing that song made me... maybe if Can't You Bury These Tales becomes a hit, I'll be famous. I can talk to Debbie Harry and Chris Stein, and maybe I can talk them into revisiting this project because maybe vampires will be cool again. There's not a lot of female vampires, right?
No.
So, see, there's that niche I'm talking about.
There you go.
How many female vampires know Ernie Hadley, too? I mean, we're...
Nice tie back.
We can narrow that. Anyway, so here's Johnny Lee Hooker's biggest hit. Boom, boom, boom. 89.5 WSKB.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down. Right off of your feet. Take you home with me. Put you in my house. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, how, how, how. I love to see you strut up and down the floor when you're talking to me. That baby talk, I like it like that. Oh, yeah. Talk that talk. Walk that walk. You walk that walk and talk that talk and whisper in my ear. Tell me that that you love me. I love that talk. When you talk like that, you knock me out right off of my feet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, talk.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donuts Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Oh, yeah, play it again. I like that song. I cranked that thing up to that's about as high as I can go in here. There we go. That was just weak. Of course,
You told me to do it. I just did it.
I tell you all the time, and you never, ever, ever do it.
I figured I'd call you this time.
Once in a while. It's a remake of an Al Green song. Now, how did a New York art band completely nail a Southern classic song about baptism? Well, they slowed it down. They enjoyed doing it in concert, and when they actually said, you know what, let's record it, they slowed the tempo down, and they really, really absolutely nailed the song. Now, here's the problem. It was the first remake that they ever did, and it was the last remake they ever did because David Byrne resented that it became their biggest hit. And he's like, well, we'll have none of that. From now on, we will be known as the creators of our own music. So his ego suffered a little bit. I don't see what the problem was. You absolutely nailed the song. It was a great song.
He's a bit of an eccentric.
A little bit. Of course, they had bigger hits later on, but at the time it was there, and he found it kind of insulting. I always loved to remember the story we told of the Kinks doing the song that Van Halen remade. Anyway, they got tired of people coming up and saying, "Hey, wow, great Van Halen cover," and they were livid because it was their song.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine gave me his password to Hulu. Is that a crime? Did I just confess to a crime over there?
No.
And he paid for the non-commercial one, so I don't have to watch commercials. I've been watching a couple old shows. Remember the Bob Newhart show?
Yep. Which one?
The Bob Newhart show.
70s one or Newhart?
Not Newhart. The Bob Newhart show when he was a psychiatrist in Chicago.
Yeah.
Watching of course, I loved the show when I was a kid.
You just wanted Suzanne Plachette.
Yeah, she was cute.
Is it sad that I knew that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you should know that. I mean, you should know who. Anybody our age should know who Bob Hartley's wife was. But anyway, the guy needs a car. He has based on the opening theme. Okay.
Yes.
He has a long walk from his office to the train station, and then from the train station to his house. I mean, Chicago's cold. It's a cold city.
Yeah.
The guy either needs. I mean, he's a psychiatrist. He can either can't afford a car or afford to take a cab. Why is he walking so far from the office to the train? I mean, there's a long walk from his office to the train. I don't know how long his walk from the train station to his house is, but he's still walking. But I'm just saying the guy needs a car.
Okay.
I'm not wrong.
I didn't say a word. I just said okay.
This is probably the most famous cowbell song of all time. But the band didn't really envision the instrument in the song.
More cowbell.
It became a legend. But the band explained that the cowboy in the beginning was just there to because he wanted the other members to count the song off, and nobody would. So they used it just as sort of a it wasn't supposed to really be there on purpose.
Track.
Yeah, it became, and it just kind of became the most famous cowbell song in history. Well,
gotcha.
Here's Mountain and Mississippi Queen, 89.5 WSKB.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
I'm gonna live my life like every day's the last, without a simple goodbye. It all goes by so fast. And now that you're gone, I can't cry hard enough. No, I can't cry hard enough for you to hear me now. Gonna open my eyes and see for the first time I've let go of you like a child letting go of his kite. There it goes, up in the sky. There it goes, beyond the clouds, for no reason why. I can't cry hard enough. No, I can't cry hard enough for you to hear me now. Gonna look back in vain and see you standing there when all that remains is just an empty chair. And now that you're gone, I can't cry hard enough. No, I can't cry hard enough for you to hear me now. There it goes, up in the sky. There it goes, beyond the clouds, for no reason why. I can't cry hard enough. No, I can't cry hard enough for you to hear me now.
It's kind of cool. That's the Williams brothers. In a way, the next generation. Of course, Andy Williams was a big star, but he had started off with his brothers, and he called themselves the Williams brothers. Now, this was Andy Williams' nephews, and so they took up the moniker the Williams brothers. So they're sort of like the next generation. It was co-written by a guy from the band Lone Justice. I don't know if you remember them. They had a couple of hits. But he knew that the audience, when they were writing the song, would be somebody brokenhearted who lost a loved one. But the real inspiration came because he was sad because his grandmother died. So he kind of took that emotion and wrote a song about losing, a love partner, through a breakup.
Gotcha.
So a very beautiful, beautiful, sad song. I believe it was like 1991 that song came out.
Okay.
But an obscure hit. You hated it because it was too slow, right?
No, I didn't mind it.
Okay. Very, very beautiful song.
Yeah.
Andy Williams' nephews. It helps. It helps if Andy Williams is your uncle.
Yes.
I love...
Letter of recommendation is always nice.
I love my uncles. I do. But I got to tell you, they are absolutely zero help with my music career.
Gotcha.
They have not opened one door for me in the music industry. Just saying.
Okay. All right.
So Billy Idol is hanging. I don't know if he was opening up for them or if he was just hanging out with them at a party. But he noticed they were all drinking this kind of whiskey. I believe it was whiskey. And it was called Rebel Yell. And he's like, "What's that?" He's like, "Oh, it's the Rebel Yell." And so he took a big swing and he's like, "Rebel Yell! I want more and more and more! Yeah!" So of course he immediately wrote a song about it, and it became a big hit. And MTV was ready to premiere the video, but here was the thing: when they were shooting the video, somebody decided at the last minute to add some crowd noises to make it sound like a live event, and it was taking a little too long. And the time is counting down. This thing is supposed to debut at like 8 o'clock on Saturday or whatever. And they had a race to the studio.
Nobody's got the tape.
With the tape in hand. And it went in like 3 minutes before it was supposed to be due. It reminded me of the scene from my second favorite movie of all time, Broadcast News. It's a great scene. Like if you've never seen the movie, at least,
I've done that. I've actually run a tape where you're running a tape over that has to go in like now.
Yep.
I've done that at Channel 40.
So
I've actually done that.
So you can appreciate what Billy Idol went through.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Here's Billy Idol and Just in Time, Rebel Yell, 89.5 WSKB.
Last night a little dancer came dancing to my door. Last night a little angel came pumping on my floor. She said, "Come baby, got a license for love, and if it expires, pray help from above, because in the midnight hour she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. Wow! In the midnight hour, babe, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, more, 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 more. She don't like slavery, she won't sit and beg. But when I'm tired and lonely, she sees me today. What set you free and brought you to me, babe? What set you free? I leave you here by me. Because in the midnight hour, she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. Wow! In the midnight hour, babe, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, more, more, more.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
So there really was a Renee, and apparently she was very, very beautiful because she was in the one of the band members wrote the song for her and everything, and they hired a harpsichord player to get the right sound.
Mhm.
So when they came in, they wanted to record the song, and Renee was there in the studio, and the harpsichord player met her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm Renee." He's like, "Oh, you're the Renee from the song?" She's like, "Yeah." And he was so nervous because, like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, and this is her song. And he kept messing up. He couldn't do it with her in the studio. She was so beautiful and so distracting. So later on, after everyone went, he recorded his part, and they dubbed it in for the final recording. So, I mean, we've heard of a face that could launch 1,000 ships. Well, this was a face that could distract a harpsichord.
Stop a harpsichord in his tracks.
So, I would like to see a picture of this Renee. I'd like to see what could distract a harpsichord player.
Gotcha.
Where are we? 9:35. We're flying through the show. I can't believe the show's almost over. All right, so this song, kind of a funny joke song type. About 6 years before Dolly Parton wrote "I Will Always Love You," which of course was a huge cover hit for Whitney Houston, giant hit. She kind of jokingly took that expression and made almost a novelty song called "I Will Oil Wells You," about Liking a Rich Guy. So here's Dolly Parton's. You found it?
Yeah.
I knew you'd find it. I have faith in you. You're good. You're good. Here's Dolly Parton, 89.5 WSKB.
I met a man in Texas, and oh, he was so fine. And I said to myself, I'm gonna make him mine. He owned a lot of oil wells, and his bankroll sure was healthy. I knew that if I married him, I'd suddenly be wealthy. Oh, I'll always love you, and I'll always care, and I'll always need you. I want you always, dear. Well, I never had no money, not a penny to my name. And I said I'd find a rich man, and I'd love my way to fame. So he took me in his arms, I cuddled up real near. The money bug then bit me, and I whispered in his ear, oh, I'll always love you, and I'll always care, and I'll always need you. I want you always, dear. He looked into my eyes, thought he saw the love light shine. But little did he know that that light was dollar signs. Now that we are married, there ain't nothing left to tell. We'll live happy ever after, 'cause all is well that ends well. Oh, I'll always love you, and I'll always care, and I'll always need you. I want you always, dear. I'll always love you, and I'll always care, and I'll always need you. I want you always, dear.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Yeah, the things
John Cougar Mellencamp. He was John Cougar Mellencamp, that album, right? That was before he dropped
Yes.
Cougar? Okay. It was always confusing. I think he should have kept the Cougar. I understand he hated it, being forced to change his name Mellencamp to Cougar right off, and then he just slowly transitioned to John Cougar. But maybe just because I'm Michael Buster McMahon, I think John Cougar Mellencamp was kind of a, it would have been kind of
Nice
a cool,
ring to it.
Yeah. But, so basically he kind of gave serious thought to remaking I Fought the Law, just doing a cover of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then as he's playing around with it and everything, he's like, you know what? Why don't we just update the song? And that's kind of how he created I Fought Authority. So instead of fighting the law, he wrote the Authority song.
Gotcha.
Not much more to the story, but it's a pretty cool fact anyway.
Yeah, sure. He thought highly enough to write an homage.
So Jack Blades, Night Ranger and Dame Yankees, he's touring with Sammy Hagar before Sammy Hagar joined Van Halen. Sammy Hagar was a name on his own, and he was having a fit because he's reading all these magazines. He's reading People magazine, and just everyone's saying rock is dead. Like songs like bands like Deep Purple, that's done. I mean, this is where we are now. Popish rock. Thompson Twins, the Cars. This is the future. And he was getting mad because he's like, you know what? People aren't seeing this. He's like, we're touring with Sammy Hagar. We're going to like 5 different cities in a week, and there's thousands of people. These things are selling out, and they want to rock. He's like, you can still rock in America, for crying out loud, people. Why aren't you getting this? So he wrote a song to help drive the point home.
Sure.
Here's Night Ranger, 89.5 WSKB.
System of a wrecking machine.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Please don't talk about love tonight. Please don't talk about sweet love. Please don't talk about being true and all the trouble we've been through. Oh, please don't talk about all the plans we had for fixing this broken romance. I want to go where the people dance. I want some action. I want to live action. I got so much to give. I want to give it. I want to get some too. I love the nightlife. I've got to forget on the disco ride. I love the nightlife. I've got to forget on the disco ride. Please don't talk about love tonight. Your sweet talk won't make it right. Loving lies just bring me down. When you've got women all over town, you can love them all, and when you're through, maybe that'll make a man out of you. I got to go where the people dance. I want some action. I want to live action. I got so much to give. I want to give it. I want to get some too. I love the nightlife. I've got to forget on the disco ride. I love the nightlife. I've got to forget on the disco ride.
Alicia Bridges. Now, the song was written and actually even recorded as an R&B song, but the record company said, you know what? Hey, look, pay attention to what's going on. Okay, if we want this to be played, disco's where it's at right now. We have to discify this song. First, she didn't think it was a great idea, but yeah, she made a lot of money on that. So they re-recorded the song, wrote a couple of lyrics, and boom, discified. I Love the Nightlife. Became a pretty big hit. Actually, it's kind of funny, like in 1983, a woman was arrested at in Nashville at a music convention because she was claiming to be Alicia Bridges, and she was getting away with it for a while. But then apparently, some people who actually knew the real Alicia Bridges was like, something ain't right. That's not her. So the police actually tracked her down. She called her. I think she was living in Georgia, and said, "You're not here in Nashville, are you?" She's like, "No, I answered the phone here in Georgia," and that's how the whole thing unraveled for that woman. I mean, I guess if you're going to try to impersonate somebody, pick a one-hit wonder. I guess it's a little easier to do than claiming like you're Donna Summer. But whoops.
Oops.
So there was a week in 1965. This song saved America's pride. Every single song in the top 10 was a British song on the American chart, except for number 2. This song here. Whew, saved America. Here's Gary Lewis and the Playboys, and Count Me In, 89.5 WSKB.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
If you need someone to count on, count me in. Someone you can rely on through thick and thin. When you start to count the ones that you might ever doubt, if you think of counting me, count me out. When you count the ones that want you, count me too. And if I'm not first on your list, count me blue. Just be sure you count on me, and when the counting's through, count me madly in love with you. If you need someone to count on when you're down, and all your other friends you've lost can't be found, just be sure you count on me when you're down and out. Count me in through thick and thin, or it don't count. When you count the ones that want you, count me too. And if I'm not first on your list, count me blue. Just be sure you count on me, and when the counting's through, count me madly in love with you.
Gary Lewis and the Playboys. Of course, Gary Lewis is Jerry Lewis's son, and when he was born, Jerry Lewis wanted to name him in tribute to his favorite actor, Cary Grant. So he told them in the hospital, yes, name the baby Cary. They misheard him. They wrote Gary, and I guess even if you're a big star, it's a pain in the neck to change names.
Once it's on the paperwork.
So he just left it. So he was supposed to be named Cary Lewis. Instead, he's Gary Lewis and the Playboys. That's the show. Hey, you found a picture of Renee.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Very pretty woman. Yeah.
Like even today, like
vocal teacher.
I think she's prettier today than I don't like the long straight hair look. That was prevalent in the 70s, but now she's got the more of the fuller hair and everything. And
Renee Flodden-Kamm.
Very, very beautiful.
Mhm.
I can see why she would distract a harpsichord player.
Yep.
Well, we always like to end the show with something kind of fun. That's the show. We played 20 songs. We played a lot of songs today.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We jammed it all in.
Yep.
I am Michael Buster McMahon, drinking milk look both ways. If we're crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer in there, Peter Cole. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
We got to, I got to start my work week. But I have Thursday off because the Patriots are playing Thursday, so
Yes.
it won't be so bad.
Yes.
We always end the show with something kind of fun, and unfortunately, we led the show off with, we lost Squiggy. And here's a Christmas song that they did that I always love doing in talent shows, especially around Christmas. Well, Christmas talent shows, either by myself or with whatever vaudeville partner I had at the time.
Mhm.
And it's always a lot of fun. It's officially the name of it is The Jolliest Fat Man, but mostly you can just find it under if you search for the Lenny and Squiggy Christmas song. Here they are. God rest in peace, David Lander. We'll see the rest of you all next week. 89.5 WSKB.
It was Christmas Eve night at the poorhouse, and all of the paupers were there. I stepped in because it was snowing, and snow always screws up my hair. By the pot-bellied stove
sat a pot-bellied man. He spoke with some lumps in his throat. His story was sad, and his diction was bad. And here is the song that he wrote.
I once was the jolliest fat man with roses in all of my cheeks. I load up my sled every Christmas and go on a drunk for 2 weeks.
My friends said they saw me on rooftops and sliding down chimneys at dawn. With my reindeer in hand, I would glide across the land and wake up on somebody's lawn.
One morning, my wife left this message. Each Christmas I've spent by myself. I'm sick of your stupid traditions, so I've run off to Spain with an elf.
Just then the old man started dying. He screamed, "May the Lord take my soul." We went through his wallet to see who he was. His address read simply,
North Pole.
So the next time you go by the poorhouse, if by the poorhouse you go,
just take off your hat to a dead guy who's fat and whisper a silent ho, ho.